me know if you can. Sheets might be popping in like 6 or 7 minutes, but sorry we were running a little bit late today. It was a little bit of a hectic one, and even this is kind of trying to piece together something off of a hotspot that it's very questionable to work. So let me know if you guys can hear me, and we'll go from there. I'll go real quickly through what I'm doing, and we can talk a little bit about if you guys have any QQs or anything like that. I also posted in our premium Discord to ask anything or say any of your thoughts in there. The way I've got this one ranked here stacks wise is, I mean, Atlanta is clearly number one, but just because of the ownership, I think that you have to bump them down. So I've got my highest owned is going to be Baltimore, Seattle, and the Dodgers, followed by Atlanta. But I will be playing some Atlanta. Where I'm playing Atlanta as a full stack or not even full 4-man, I'll probably be playing Charlie Morton in all those lineups, or getting weird at least with at least one of my pitching options, just because I think too many people are going to try to cram them in, and you're going to see a ton of Reagan's combinations with Atlanta. So if you're going to do something, maybe play a guy like Morton, who's going to be lower owned than just lower owned than you expect. Maybe you play Reagan's Heaney, maybe play Heaney. That makes sense as a way to get to that Atlanta and the ridiculous prices. I'd say ridiculous, but the truth is they've been every bit worth it so far. Again, let me know if you guys can hear me and everything. It looks like you guys are there. Scott says what's good. That's good to hear. TJ with a good question here. I have no interest in ever trying to pick on Bello, to be honest with you. I think he's a very underrated pitcher. Having said that, like, it's it's Houston in Boston with a huge stadium upgrade. I'm not doing any of it, but I certainly am not going to fault anyone who's playing either side of that Houston-Boston game today. It's a good spot. It's not like my favorite, it's just, it's Boston with 90% humidity, and anybody who's not an absolute superstar pitcher, you can definitely say both teams are in play. I personally am a little bit lower on it than most people are. I would prefer the stacks that I stick with, but I have, again, zero problem with either side of the Astros or Red Sox. Don't forget, the Red Sox put up 20 runs in this last time it was in Houston, but this is obviously a better hitter's park. I just don't think it's going to happen again. So anyway, all right. So just wanted to double check all my notes and see what else I got. So for pitching, the things that I'm heaviest on are going to be, like, I really like the idea of playing some of the lower owned guys. I mentioned the Heaney, the Morton, but my favorite spend ups are Steele and Burns, and then I have Kirby rated behind those guys, and I like Kremer and Morton a little bit in the mid range, not a ton, just a little bit. So that's sort of essentially what I'm doing. I do have currently the same builds that I'm planning on playing are currently what is on the premium Discord channel. So that's my exact plays. And if Sheets ever gets here, let's see, loading up. At all. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions, and I didn't quite understand what that is. Oh, you're spelling. I'm going to be lagging. This is not a good thing. It's not a good, honestly, anybody who knows understand it, I don't want to do it myself. So for me, again, what he's doing is jump in the premium, and yeah, this is what I out. So TJ, get in the premium channel if you have anything. If you're not a premium member, so that's the will. We're doing the best we can here, and this is not a thing. All right, let me see real quickly. I'm just in the premium channel, making sure there's nothing else going on that I'm missing. It doesn't look like there is. So I know the reason to keep typing in, you can't hear, they're lagging. Just stop writing that, please. There's absolutely no reason for it. So I'm on an island here, and I didn't think I was going to be able to make it at all. So we're doing the best we can. I've posted my exact builds in the premium. I don't know what else I can do other than giving up my exact plays. So anyway, looks like the questions are not really there, but I don't really blame you guys because it's not great reception. And And I'm just going to make sure that Sheets know. Oh, I can't even text him on that. Ugh. Let's see what else we got here. Yeah, sorry, guys. Not our best day of videos. Things are about to get a lot better. I will be home every day for 6 weeks straight. We are going to be covering everything. I'm sorry. We will do all the early basketball stuff in October. And really fired up for the next stretch. It's, summertime is not the most fun for DFS. It's about to be really, really good. Yeah, I agree. I agree with Triple J that he's not necessarily that bad, but I do like the Orioles in this spot still. TJ, I like that question. I do like the Blue Jays a little bit. I didn't get to them in my builds myself, but I have no issue if anybody else wants to play them. It's not like my favorite thing, but it absolutely is fine if you want to go that route. But I am probably going to throw. Maybe I'll throw Schultens into one cheap buy-in or something like that. I just don't like. I like Baltimore a little too much to be too heavy on him, but maybe I don't need to go this far. I don't know. Let's see. We've got O'Hearn there, and I'm going to look for. We want Ced Mullins here. I want to make sure to get some of that exposure. I'm trying to make sure I get all of the Baltimore routes, so if it does happen, it goes there. But I agree that I don't think Schultens is necessarily bad. I think that's a really I think it's a good call. I do. I just personally think Baltimore is really good, and as young pitchers are trying to figure themselves out, that's when you want to try and take shots both on them and against them. And I have completely want to go either route on as far as that goes today. I'm trying to see if there's anything that stands out price-wise at certain positions that I thought would. I'm spending up a lot because I am spending down on pitchers. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing. All right, what else are we missing here? Any other questions or thoughts, guys? Please fire them in, and we will keep going. Builds while I'm able to. Let's go from there. There we go. I kind of like that. It's not a team that I argue, but there are some cheap. There's some cheap Pittsburgh bats today. Just throwing that out there for what it's worth. All right. And there we go. And I'm going to have to probably edit some of these a little bit later. Let's see what else we got questions-wise. Yeah, so I think the Williamson is an interesting get-off-the-board play, too. I think that it's high risk, but it actually is really high upside. And I'm with you, TJ, that's not a bad one. The one-offs that I like would be the Atlanta guys. That's how I would play it. I would play it and try and get my 50 fantasy points like Acuna put up yesterday or something like that. But my one-offs, it's weird because other people don't like that strategy for Coors. I totally disagree, and I also think it depends on the situation. And with a team like Atlanta and Coors, I just think having one or two guys from there, because you can't really afford to play more than 3 or 4 of them unless you do something really weird. So it's that's what I would be doing anyway. The Twins went off yesterday. Did they? I know they had a good day, but I don't even know if they were optimal. Were they? I don't even know who was yesterday, to be honest. I was flying the whole day. I'm going to be out, guys, just so you guys know. I'm basically out all week. I'm just trying to fill in whenever I can, but my plan was to be here, to be gone all week. So I'm not going to be here much, but as long as you guys have anything to talk about, and know if there's any other questions or any other thoughts, anything you guys are doing, any Rockies for value. I actually like Morton better than I like the Rockies, but I actually think the Rockies are I like that idea. You take the lower owned. There's no reason why Morton can't have a bad day. So yeah, sure. I didn't get to them myself, but I do think that is a viable route, even though it's not what I'm personally choosing to go with today. Let's see if Sheets is going to show up. I don't even know because my phone is dead. My phone died at a friend's hotspot on an island, trying to hang in there, trying to bring the content. It's really, really difficult to do right now, but we're getting better. And I'm going to finish up my builds and get out of here unless there's anything else. But I appreciate you guys all very much. Please hit the like button. You know us. The summer gets a little bit tough sometimes, but we do all these live shows for free. So it does help us if you guys do that. Ozuna or Harris as a one-off. For me, it's Ozuna. I'm just double checking. I didn't have the starting lineups. I'm just got to double check. I've got everything correct before I speak on it. I know I played Ozuna more, and I'm just deciding whether I want to continue with that. I think I do. Yeah, I think that I just don't see how you can play a one-off of a 9-hitter. I just can't see how that can be optimal. It just doesn't. it's just so much harder to get there. It's still, again, you're only talking about like on average 0.75 less at bats or whatever, but that's still a lot. That's when you think about like losing, if you said you're losing like 18% of your chances, that's a lot. So it's got to be Ozuna for me. But Harris will be lower owned. I would prefer if I played Harris to try and play like a 2-man with Harris or a 3-man, something like that, just because I don't want to pay 5,300 for a 9-hitter. It doesn't make sense enough in my brain to get that done. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you all. I'm going to get out of here because I'm starting to, looks like it's starting to dry up a little bit, and Sheets might be popping in a minute for the right before.